Materials needed to set up a Chirper are a Chirper base net, a transformer, an Ethernet cable, and a Chirper module. In the Chirper base net, you will notice two boards and a battery. You may note some differences on the top board depending on when your device was produced. While both versions provide the same function, new boards have been changed to include a 4-pin Molex connector to connect these wires. Another difference is that you may not see this wire on newer boards. This is because it is now incorporated into the board. On the Chirper module, you should see the serial number on both the side and under the battery clip. This should be pulled out prior to setup. Once there's contact to the battery, a small blue light will flash every 15 seconds. Before you begin the setup, you should ensure that both components are using radios of the same frequency. This can be checked by reading what is written on the radio modules. 418 MHz is typically used in the United States, whereas 433 MHz is used in Europe. It is also very important that the antenna be as far away from the bottom as possible. This will provide for the best signal. Now plug the transformer into a power source and into the power receiver, then connect the Ethernet cable to an internet jack. Open Test Wireless and enter an authorization code if needed. Contact tech support for further assistance. Click Program V2 Connections and then scan for V2 devices. The MAC address for the Chirper base net can be found on the lower board on the network jack. Select the matching MAC address from the drop-down menu and click Connect. Click the drop-down menu on the right and select the series of zeros. If this was input 2, it would have a number 1 at the end of the zeros. If it was input 2, it would have a number 3 at the end, and so forth. There should be 16 available inputs in the Add Inputs box. Click the desired input. You should see a message that says Getting Chirper List pop up. Here you can choose wired inputs or Chirper inputs. You can also disconnect the Chirper. For this demonstration, we will uncheck the wired input box so we can select a Chirper input. Select the serial number that matches your Chirper module. Now click OK. Assign an input number and select the type of sensor that is connected to the Chirper module. Click OK in the windows and make sure it has the correct reading. The red wire on the side can now be connected to the bottom board to provide for a battery backup. Snap on the covers to both components and use the screws provided to attach them. You have now completed the setup of a Chirper.